Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me for another one of my videos today. So today I wanted to cover a little bit of a business topic because, as you may have seen by the rebrand of my channel, we're focused on business, spirituality, law of attraction, self-help, and everything that I love basically. So today I want to focus on my business queens, for people who, well actually I think this could relate to a lot of areas in your life, but I think this will be most helpful to my business queens or kings who want to find what their niche is in their business or in their personal brand. So niche seems to be a word that is chucked around more times than I can recall. Like whenever my clients come to me for business coaching, or like everything I hear in the first session is, I need to know my niche. Help me find my niche. How do I know what my niche is? Niche, 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 niche. And I'm not even sure whether niche is the correct pronunciation of this, but I'm going with it. And finding my own niche when I started. So I've had two brands, if you're not familiar with my work. I had a very big brand, which was a money saving brand called Extreme Couponing and Deals UK for 6 years before I sold it last year. So yes, Coupon Queen, which was my previous title, was very much a personal brand, but the brand as a whole was very much, I don't want to use the word corporate, but it wasn't necessarily Emma's brand. Yes, I created it and yes, I was the face of it, but this brand I do now, my Spiritual Queen brand, which is my self-help, author work, coaching, YouTube, everything I do is definitely my personal brand. So I've kind of been able to find that niche in both examples of having more of a professional brand, which is more, you know, like a product or a service, and then obviously a personal brand where I am the product and service, which sounds a bit weird. So really what I focused on when I rebranded into Spiritual Queen was my branding. So make sure your branding is clear. And sometimes that can only really come when you kind of find your niche. So what I always say is a really great way for people to explore their ideas, explore their business ideas, and get clarity and get clear on what you want to do with your business. And you may even have your business currently. And this is still useful if you are like, you're already set up or you've been running for 6 months, a year, and you're like, actually, I want some more clarity on my direction. This is great for you too. So what I always suggest is to do a vision board. If you're not sure what a vision board is, it's a very law of attraction / manifesting style practice, but it can be great for business as well. So create yourself a vision board and do this properly. Get a big bit of paper, get your arts and crafts out. Like if you do it on a computer, you can print off pictures from a computer. I will allow that, but make sure you're doing this physically, because I do believe there's a lot of great energy behind physically writing things, physically doing things, and it allows you to actually put your focus and energy into this as well to manifest. So get some pictures together of all the different things you want to cover in your business. So write your name or your brand name in the middle of the paper and then stalk off into loads of different topics of what you want to do within your business. So have you got products, online products, coaching, YouTube, podcast, writing a book, whatever your vision for your business looks like, even if it's 5 years down the line, write these down as little bubbles and then stalk off and use pictures, use words, whatever feels good, and explore each option. So if you're doing coaching, for example, how much would you charge? How many hours a week would you like to work? How many clients would you like? What would your niche be? And in terms of finding your niche, this exercise is really good because it helps you to actually get clear on what it is you want. Because if you don't know what you want, your clients aren't going to know what you offer or what you do either. So you have to be clear first for this to work. Even on a law of attraction basis, you have to be clear in order to receive from the universe. So whether you believe in this or not, or you just want the business advice, getting clear helps with everything because it gives you direction. And once you finish your business vision board, you can keep it in your office, keep it with you, take a picture on your phone so you've got clarity, and turn that into a strategy plan. So how can you work through each little thing, and when will that slot into your year? So is the podcast a kind of now thing? Are you launching that now? Is that your focus for this month? And then next month, do you want to focus on the blog or focus on launching some products or focus on writing, whatever it may be? This vision board will give you not only great clarity of what it is you want and what you putting out into the universe to attract into your business, but also it will give you a plan and a strategy plan of what you should be working on, where your focus should be now, and you can kind of intuitively say that as well, or intuitively know where you want your energy and focus to go. Because it is much better to focus on one thing at a time and do it well and put all your energy into it and learn it properly and do it well, because then you know when that product or whatever it may be launches, that it's going to feel good, it's going to be your best work, and it's going to feel good to you. Because sometimes when you like do loads of things at once or learn different platforms or launch loads of stuff, it can get murky. The energy is like sporadic, you'll spread yourself too thinly, and you could think, oh, maybe that's not my best work. So focus on one thing at a time. And this is what has been such a great help for me in my business and has helped me not to feel overwhelmed as well by what I have to do. So there is plenty of time, and this is why this can help you strategize everything. So in terms of finding your niche, what I would really say here is once you've done your vision board is to think of what words empower you, what words define you and your brand. Now this can relate to, obviously, like I said, a more in-personal brand and a personal brand too. So what words stand out to you? So in terms of money saving, you know, my brand was Coupon Queen and Extreme Couponing and Deals UK. So for me, it was very much money saving, money lifestyle, not necessarily money mindset at that time because I wasn't spiritual yet, but I knew what my kind of branding was and what I wanted and what keywords. But in those terms and in those days, because it was 6 years ago, a niche wasn't necessarily something that you advertised publicly. You knew it yourself, but you didn't necessarily advertise it. But in terms of what I do now with my coaching, you know, having a niche, because let's face it, and I'm going to use coaching as an example here because it's what I live and breathe, it's what I teach others, and normally a service coaching style mentoring is what a lot of people work with me for. So you can apply this to any product, any service, any business you have, but I'm just going to use coaching as an example here. So if you want to go to a coach, and you go on someone's Instagram, or you find their social handles first of all, or you come across a nice quote on Instagram and you find it's a life coach. Oh yeah, I've been looking for one. And they just put life coach. You're gonna think, okay, well actually I've got real specific questions about relationship. I've got real specific questions about spirituality. Maybe it's empowerment, maybe it's confidence, maybe it's business coaching you're looking for. How do you know what this person covers? And the reason why it's important to echo your niche throughout your branding is so that people know it when they come and find you. They haven't got to guess it. And unfortunately, I can even say that I didn't promote myself as a business coach enough. So for years, I had spiritual clients, life coaching clients, law of attraction clients, which was amazing, but I never really kind of shouted about the business side of things. So that's why it was important for me to put spiritual and business life coach and mentor as my niche, because that covered pretty much most of the hats that I wear within coaching. So people would know, okay, so she's definitely a business coach, and also she has that spiritual side where she can do normal life coaching, but equally the two can mix very well. So for me, it has been a blessing to use those two words, although still quite generic words. For me, that they felt the most truest to what I do. And then on my website, I could obviously expand on law of attraction coaching, spirituality, business, author work I do. You know, you need to get someone onto the website first and interested before you can kind of go into the real depth. So make sure in your kind of social handles, even in like your branding, you're making it clear what it is you do. You can even put it in your logo if you had like Emma Mumford, spiritual and business coach or something, like whatever feels good. Something like that can really help so people have clear, concise information, because do not presume people read stuff. They don't. I've learned this, and I say this to everybody. People do not read stuff. So having this on your Instagram bio, having this on your Facebook bio, having this maybe in your branding if it feels good to you is really, really important. So people know, okay, she's not just a generic, or they're not just a generic coach, you know, who may not have experience. Because at the end of the day, when someone comes to you for coaching or, you know, mentoring or anything like that, they want to know that you're experienced in what they're coming to you for. So you need to tell them what your experience is. You need to tell them, these are my superpowers. So another great way to find your niche is to think, what are my superpowers? What are my coaching superpowers? What are my mentoring superpowers? What are my superpowers within my business or product? What are they, and how can I say to people, like, this is why you come to me? Because when you generalize yourself as a life coach, people will disconnect from that. There's no sort of connection there. There's no sort of rapport with your client. It's more of a case of they will disconnect because they're like, oh, well, how do I know what they coach? And, you know, we'd sit here and say, well, hopefully they'd go on your website and read everything and then take an educated, you know, decision of whether you're the coach for them. But unfortunately, people don't read that. They want quick, digestible, easy information. So make it accessible for them. Make it there so they don't have to guess. They don't have to click 3 different links to find what it is you do or what you offer. Tell people straight, because they will much more appreciate that. And if they can see it echoed throughout your branding, they can see it through your online work, they can see it through your free content, that is going to draw them to you. If they're guessing, they're unsure, or they're uncertain, that is going to create an energy. And think energetically here. If you are uncertain of what you do, they're going to be uncertain of what it is you do. If you aren't being clear and concise in your branding, people are going to not be clear on what it is you do either. So if you're clear, you know what you're here for, you know what you're doing, and your branding saying that too, great. That clarity is going to reflect in clients' back, or services or products, whatever it is you offer. So think about it like that. Your niche needs to be your superpowers. Your niche needs to be what sets you apart, your USP here. So don't use generic terms like life coach, mentor, whatever it may be, NLP. You know, if you cover those things, absolutely shout about those things, because even things like NLP are like quite unique in itself. So yes, shout about those things, but think about what are your superpower words? What words really echo who you are as a person and as a personal brand or as a coach? So for instance, I had a client who wanted to really focus on money and confidence. So she was a money and confidence coach. So it's things like that or you'd have like money mindset coach or money mindset and confidence coach. Definitely by just simplifying it, and you know how many niches you can have, I don't think there's a right or wrong, but I think 2 is quite a nice ring to it. You know, you can have 3. I'm not saying 3 is a bad thing. If you want 3, go for it. But in terms, like, I have 3 different coaching sessions that I offer and 3 sort of different hats I wear in my kind of coaching and mentoring, but I will only sort of say spiritual and business coach. So then they can go from that and say, well, she's got a book, so she's obviously got the author side of things. So you're telling people you do that, but they can obviously look at your branding and look at what you do and say, oh, well, because she's got a book, she's going to be good at the author side of things, or oh, because she's got, you know, she talks about law of attraction, she's going to be good at that. So your free content and what you offer people and your branding is where you really sell what you do and amplify what you do. But having those keywords, having your niche is what is going to draw people in to follow you, to follow your work, to explore more, and to explore your website. And again, make it fun. All of this needs to be fun for you, because as a business, you want that energy of, yeah, this is me, this is my superpower, this is what I stand for. And you know, some people have said to me before, but Emma, if I really niche myself down to those like 2 specific words, or you know, like the money mindset and confidence coach, am I not going to rule out people who maybe want generic life coaching? And I was like, well, no, because those are your superpowers. So everybody could go to a life coach, but if your superpowers lie in your money mindset, your confidence, or whatever your words may be, you know, like I said, I put 2 out, but I've got 3 kind of hats I wear. They're going to explore your work more. So really it's about the people will connect with you, but you need to kind of show them. And you will want people. And at the end of the day, you want people you can help. If you're not necessarily confident in relationship side of things or something like that, but you're epic at money and you're epic at empowering people, then would you feel the most confident and comfortable coaching someone who came to you with like relationship issues or you know, something completely unrelated like spirituality, and you were not a spiritual life coach? You wouldn't want that. So sometimes generalizing yourself makes you unrelatable. It makes you like the client will disconnect when they come across your profile, they come across your work. So definitely giving them your niche and saying like, these are my superpowers, allows people to be like, yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Yeah, let's look up more. Great, there's even more information on the website, which is clear, concise, tells me everything I need to know. great. And this is definitely something which I have found has been my superpower throughout my personal brand and has helped me be able to work with people and people to find me easily, is by using those niches, because it's clear and they get it. And another great way to channel this is, if you are into your spirituality, ask your spirit guides, ask your angels. When you're doing your vision board, ask for that direction of what it is you should focus on and see what signs come in. Whether you see words on social media, whether you see words out and about, if you have a word maybe sort of like drop into your thoughts, take note of all of these, meditate on it. You know, if you have that spiritual side of you, use your superpowers there as well to sort of channel what it is you should be focusing on and what your niche should be to really help and serve people. So thank you so much guys for watching my YouTube video. I hope this has really helped you, and please let me know in the comments your advice for finding your niche, whether you are trying to find yours currently, and your thoughts on this topic as well, because I would love to hear them too. So I hope this has served you, and I hope you'll be able to go away with some of the tips and tools that I've said today and find your niche and launch a very successful brand. So thank you so much for watching my video guys. I appreciate all your views and likes. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, because I would love to see you again soon. Don't forget, if you want to find out any more information about my coaching or anything I do, you can find it all on my website, which is linked down below, emmamumford.co.uk. I hope you have a great week whatever you're up to, and I'll see you all in my next video, which will be next week. Lots of love guys.